I found this really great video on workplace mobbing on YouTube, and the guy's name is Hag Bunky. I'm terribly sorry if I'm mispronouncing it because he did a great job and I don't want to mispronounce his name, but he's from Sweden, so I'm not sure exactly how it's pronounced. But the title of his video is Bullying or Mobbing at the Workplace or at Other Places, the 5 stages and why it usually happens. I think he did an excellent job, and I don't think that I could say it better. So what I want to do is link you to him and ask you to please listen to his video because it is so insightful. Especially, I guess, to me because this is almost a perfect illustration of what happened to me. And he came to the same final conclusion I had. Don't fight this. Leave. I mean, find something else. I will give you information. That's why I'm here on starting your own business with a very small investment. And people are making more from small businesses with small investments like this than they were making on these jobs where they are literally being tortured. And I'm not using that word torture to be just to be dramatic. This is literal torture. I remember sitting there. I did all the things they tell you to do. I documented. I I did not argue with anybody directly. I I I couldn't go to my supervisor though. At first I did because she was a covert narcissist. That is, I knew people were acting funny, but I had no idea it was coming from her because she was smiling in my face and following me around and doing other bizarre things like touching my face, pulling her skirt up in my office. She was just going freaking crazy. I didn't know what her problem was. But anyway, I wouldn't complain to her because I was being ostracized. People were being extremely rude to me, and I had no idea what the problem was. And she said, "Oh my, that's horrible. Let me look into it." And of course, it got worse because I didn't know she was the person behind it. Then, after that, she didn't really have a supervisor. At least, as he points out, organizations where this is allowed to happen are generally the management is pretty poor, and this is not different. So anyway, there was no one to go to above her. So I went to human resources and I explained to them what was happening. It even got to the point where I still didn't suspect my supervisor. I thought she might have been incompetent, but I didn't think she was. I even thought she might be a narcissist, but I still didn't think she was behind this. I thought that her best friend, who was a coworker, was behind it. And at the time, I didn't really think about mobbing. I still thought about things in terms of only bullying, one person on one. So anyway, I took it to human resources and I took proof that the supervisor, I thought inadvertently, was uh, giving other people more assignments and then coming back saying I wasn't doing anything. So I took proof to human resources and they called a meeting with both of us and they listened and they said, okay, well, give us a couple of weeks. Go back to the office even though you're complaining that there are people sitting outside your office saying things about you. For instance, if you were, let's say you were wearing a blue dress um, with black shoes, people are sitting outside your office talking about people who wear dresses in the office when they should only be wearing pants because they're going out in the field. Whatever you're doing, they wouldn't confront you directly at that stage. And Well, let me, yeah, I did go to human resources, and what they did was they waited till I went home that night. They closed my office and closed up all my evidence. They would not allow me access to the computer. They would not allow access to anything. And the information that I had, they would not consider anymore. They told me that my coworkers had all complained on me and they gave me administrative leave. Now, I had complained on the coworkers before, but that they said, well, forget that. They complained on you. So we're giving you administrative leave for 2 weeks while we completely erase everything on your computer and any evidence we have in the office, and then we firing your ass. And that's what they did. Before that, though, and the point I want to make, and this kind of supports that too, these people are out for blood. They're trying to kill you. My supervisor used to say, you kill the spirit. Okay? They had a boat trip and they were mad at me because I wouldn't go. Because I thought to myself, these people are freaking crazy. I mean, I don't know that they won't throw me overboard and say it was an accident. So I didn't go. Then they had another luncheon, and they were always going to trips and things. And usually, because they were weird, I would go some of the time, but a lot of the time I wouldn't. But this time they were going to a luncheon, and I thought, well, maybe you are imagining these things. That's another thing with being a victim of these people. You start second guessing yourself because you don't believe people can be this rotten. But believe me, they can. Anyway, so I went to this luncheon, and it took me a year or so to figure out what really happened. I was sitting by myself because I was being ostracized. So, and this happened a lot, and this is why I had a hard time understanding that my supervisor was behind it. She came and sat beside me. Okay, so, and another worker came and sat on the other side, and he was one of the few people I think who was as innocent as me, who didn't know what was going on. So anyway, she's sitting on one side, and another coworker comes and sits beside the supervisor moved over, and another coworker came and sat beside me and started an argument in the middle of this party. So I'm like, I did get upset, and I scooted back from the seat and said, "That's it. I don't have to put up with this." And I really think they set me up. That's the point I'm making. These people are out for blood. They are trying to kill you one way or the other. I think most of them hopefully won't go to the point of physically killing you, but I don't know. I'm really glad I didn't go on that boat trip. You know, the point is they're dangerous. And the point he's making is once you get to a certain stage where they're just openly just being nasty to you, it's time to go. Well, actually, he says that there's still some hope there if management intervenes. But once management turns against you, get your ass out of there. I should have. But to be truthful, it's like you're being hit in 50 different directions and you can't figure out exactly what's going on. What did you do to cause this? Must be something you can do to fix it. And he's making the point, and I'm trying to make the point to you too. You can't. These people are like human devils. They they are like vampires. They're out for blood. They want you gone. Like I said, the same supervisor, I always remember her always saying, "You kill the spirit." Now I think hopefully she hasn't killed anybody. Her husband did wind up. That's her husband did wind up. She wanted the house, and I don't know how, but when they divorced, he wound up getting it. So she said she was going to be really nice, and she baked him a German chocolate cake. And the next thing you know, he was in the hospital, and she wound up taking care of him in the house. Now, I don't know if anything, if anything really horrible went on there, but I don't put too much past certain people. So, all this is to say, start your own business. Don't go through what I went through because everything he says is true. Everything he said in this video, these people are out to kill you. One way or the other, they want you out. It's really like you were born in a war zone with narcissists. And that is when you show yourself to be someone who is not one of them, who is kind hearted, who is actually trying to go there and do the job, they decide they have to kill you. You know, and I was raised that if you're nice to people, they'll be nice to you. That's bullshit. Depends on the person. Some people will consider that as an invitation to kick your ass. Some people will be nice back. Some people they just want to do their job and mind their own business. But if they see you getting your behind kicked, they want to go in and get their kick in too. Start your own business. Avoid these rotten types because these are the types that people that get promoted, especially in rotten businesses. And most businesses nowadays are bowing to narcissism, period. And it's like The Lord of the Flies, if you remember that book. It's also made into a movie a few times. This world is a lot like that. And if you notice, all the kids didn't start off rotten. It's just that they had to pick a side. One side seemed to have more benefits than the other, and that is the side that eventually bowed to cannibalism. Well, people trying to kill you on your job is a form of cannibalism. They're trying to eat your energy. Somehow they're getting some kind of benefit out of attacking you, even though you may not see it. You may not even think you have that much, but you have something that they want. And like I said, they will set you up. They will lie on you. They will try to get you to react. Fortunately for me, I don't react fast. I'm the type of person, you say something to me or do something, I step back and think, what the hell brought that on? I don't understand why you're doing this. And they were laying it on thick. I honestly didn't see it until a couple of years later. I thought back, why was my supervisor sitting by me? Why was she always sitting by me? Because she wants to study you. She wants to know what upsets you. She wants to be a witness to testify against your ass. That's why she's doing it. And I thought, why did this girl just come up in the middle of a party and start an argument with me? Because she's trying to provoke you so they can all jump up and say, you did this or you did that. Okay, why did my supervisor come into my office and curse me out? Because she wanted to say you said something against the supervisor so they could use that against you. These people are freaking dangerous. They are demon possessed. You know, whether you believe in God or not, there's something about you that the devil hates, and he's sending his imps to try to get you. So start your own business, helping others. That's what I'm honestly trying here to do. I know it sucks on these jobs. I know. And I know they always, from what I've seen, they usually promote the first individual there. Don't subject yourself to this kind of torture, and that's what it is. And don't subject your children to it. Start your own business. You can start this one for less than $40. And people are making millions doing this. Well, I don't know about millions. Some are. Of course, that's the exception. But what you want to do is survive. You want to survive and thrive and have something that you can show your children besides either having to compromise and attack other people or be attacked themselves. And that's what modern job is. So please look at his video. He's gotten a lot of views, but for those who haven't seen it, please look at that because it's really interesting. And please act on what he's saying and act on what I'm saying. I will link my video, my website, which is service, success through service. I get very nervous when I have to promote myself. I'm sorry, but that's something else I have to work on. But the website is Success Through Service 2. Okay? .website. And I will provide a link. I'm going to say it one more time. Success Through Service 2 .website. And give yourself a kiss in the mirror if you haven't contributed to someone being brokenhearted on a job, because I do believe some people call it karma. I believe it's in the Bible, you will reap what you sow. So if you didn't, if you were trying to be nice to people, even if they dogged you out, you'll get your reward. Maybe it'll come through through this website, because I want to help people who have gotten their hearts broken. I know mine was broken. And if yours was broken, you can do the same thing. Go out and promote peace. I believe in the Heavenly Father. He rewards those who act kindly. So, you spread this video, please. Look at my website and have a nice day.